Hello and welcome to Dirty Moms Yoga. I am Molly. Welcome back if you are a returner to this channel. Thank you for coming back. And if you are new, welcome. I always ask that everybody subscribe, like, and share this with our friends and families. And if you would leave a comment. I always try to respond. Or if you have any questions, I'll answer them. It's fun for me. I enjoy doing this. I hope you enjoy it as well. Today's class is going to line up pretty close to Valentine's Day. And if you are somebody that celebrates the Valentine's Day, then this class is for you. If you're not, we don't really celebrate. That's okay. This class is still for you. As we are going to focus on the heart chakra today. And what I love about the heart chakra is that the color that comes with it, that resonates with the heart chakra, is green. And green is one of my favorite colors. And my mat is even green, and that was purely coincidental before I even knew that the heart chakra was a part of the green family. With the heart chakra, I'm going to invite you. So if you're somebody who likes to set intentions or has a set focus, by all means, please follow along what feels right for you. If you are somebody that has heard of it but isn't really sure, I'm just going to offer a couple suggestions. So with the heart chakra, it's all about not only just love, but letting go, about generosity. It's also about the expansion of our heart, making space, opening up for anything that you are going to need for that moment, that time being, or even for your life. Along with that, a little bit further into the heart chakra that I like to add in is a rhythm. There's a rhythm to our heart chakra. And you probably can hear my cuckoo clock in all of my channels or all of my classes. That kind of is like a little, what do they call it, like a metronome when you're in music. For me, for the start of class today, we're going to actually use it as a way of allowing our breath to come in on a rhythm and to flow out on a rhythm. And I invite you throughout class to come back to that breath work at any moment in any of the poses. Talking a lot, sorry. Let's move on, shall we? So with class today, I'm sitting on a blanket that I have nice and folded up. If you're somebody who, when you're sitting, your knees are up higher than your hip bones, then I suggest you add height. Use a pillow from your couch. If you have a bolster, I've got one back here. We're going to use that later as an option for our shavasana. Another thing that might be helpful for you are blocks. Blocks are our friends. So if you are somebody who is unable to reach the floor with your hands without bending or curving into your spine, I recommend getting some blocks, or if you've got books lying around, that'll help. And then another thing that would be useful for today, if you have it, is a strap. You can use a belt, you can use something from your bathrobe, that little strap from your bathrobe. And if you don't have any of these, it does not mean that you cannot successfully complete today's class without getting something from it. All I ask from every class is that you listen to your body, do what feels right for you and your body, because what works for me probably doesn't work for you. So adjust things, move things around if necessary, and bring those props close to you so they are there for options. With that, I'm going to take a deep breath in. And I'm going to let it go. Let's begin. Find a nice, comfortable seated position, adding up height. Bring your left hand to your heart center, your heart chakra, and your right hand right to your navel center. Feel length out of the spine, out the crown of your head, and slightly tuck your chin in so that it's parallel to the floor. Close your eyes and just take a couple breaths on your own without moving anything, and just acknowledge what comes in and what comes out. Feel the tension in your shoulders release, the thighs softening, the chest or the belly rise and fall with each inhale and exhale. What we're going to do today is we're going to inhale for 4 and then exhale for 4. Throughout this, if you feel like you're starting to lose your breath or hyperventilate, just bring yourself back to the moment and allow yourself to breathe naturally. When you're ready, take a big deep breath in, open mouth, exhale, let it go. On an inhale, we'll begin in 1, 2, 3, 4, and exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, and exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Continue on your own, counting in your head. 4 breath inhale, 4 breath exhale. With each inhale, feel the rise of your abdominals and your chest, the energy pushing into your hands, and on the exhale, allow it to fall down and draw that navel in and up towards your spine. 4 breath in, 4 breath out, continuing on your own, focusing solely on the breathing. Take rest if you need to and allow your breath to come naturally. Listen to your body. Let's complete one more breath. Inhale for 4. Final breath, exhale for 4. Feel the energy from your hands release and open up the heart. Allow your hands to come down to your legs, to your thighs or knees. Just allow them to relax. Open palms towards the ceiling and just feel how that energy still resonates in those hands. Allowing the breath just to come as it is. Take this moment to either set your own intention or feel free to use anything that I offered in the beginning of class, the expansion of the heart, gratitude, forgiveness, love. This could be for yourself or sending that energy out to somebody else who may need it. Slowly blink your eyes open. Move any props out of your way. You can use those blocks if you would like. We're going to go into cat-cow. So come onto all fours, tabletop position. Hands are right underneath your shoulders, knees are right underneath your hips. Tops of the feet pressing firmly into the mat and really suction cupping those hands into your mat, fingers spreading wide. If this is uncomfortable for you, I always invite you to place your hands on top of your blocks. Using the rhythm of our heart, we're going to drop our belly to the floor and inhale, draw the shoulders away from our ears, looking up for cow in 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're going to reverse 2, 3, 4, pushing into our hands, opening up the shoulder blades and drawing the navel to the sky for cat. So take it on your own if you'd like, or you can follow an cow, 2, 3, 4, and cat, 2, 3, 4, cat, 2, 3, 4, and cow, 2, 3, 4. Let's do one more, 2, 3, 4, and cat, 2, 3, 4. Come back to a neutral position. We're going to do a side cat-cow. Swaying the hips over to the right, looking back at our tail, feeling a nice stretch out to the left side body, and then switching sides, looking over towards the left, swaying the tail with you. So again, we can continue with that rhythm. If you are interested, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and back to the left, 2, 3, 4, to the right, 2, 3, 4, to the left, 2, 3, 4. Fill out the movement with each count, beginning and ending with the 1s and the 4s. Take a few on your own. Again, if this doesn't feel right for you, you do not have to do it. Do anything else, come back to neutral. Do anything else that just feels good for your spine, opening up. From here, take those hands and reach them far out in front of you, tented fingers, reaching as far as you can. You might need to scoot your knees back a little bit. We're going to try to keep our hips over our knees. Allow your chest to come down to the floor, head onto your mat or on a pillow or a block for puppy pose. Elbows are lengthening, rotating the triceps down to the floor, rotating the biceps up to the ceiling. Taps of their feet are pressing firmly into the mat, drawing the navel in and up towards your spine. Inhale and exhale, draw that navel in. Feel the hollow out into those armpits. Lifting the sacrum to the sky. One more deep inhale and exhale. Relax those hands, drop those elbows down, bring yourself forward onto your belly, lengthen out of those legs. Tops of the feet are still firmly pressing down into the mat for Sphinx pose. Elbows are going to rest underneath your shoulders, hugging those elbows in and up. Pull with those arms, pull your chest through the shoulders for Sphinx. Firmly press that pubic bone into the mat. Feel length out of your neck. One more deep breath in. Exhale, release the body down to the floor. Place those hands just underneath your shoulders. Push yourself through tabletop position. Tuck those toes under. Bring yourself up into downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Shavasana. It's one of the funnest names to say in Sanskrit that I know of, at least. Again, rotate those biceps up to the ceiling, triceps down to the floor. Try to draw those heels down toward your mat and bend those knees if you're feeling an arch in your back, or not an arch, a curve, if you're rounding forward. If that's still uncomfortable for you, place blocks underneath your hands. That'll take a little bit of pressure out of your shoulders. I always recommend just to try it. Sometimes it feels really good. Take a walk. Do what you feel is needed for your body for downward facing dog. Firmly press into the thumb and first finger, whether you're on the mat or you're on your blocks. Protect your wrists. Come up high on those toes. Lift the sacrum to the sky. Hug the lower ribs in and then drop those heels back down towards the mat. One more time. Inhale. Reach those heels up high. Exhale. Push those heels down towards the mat. Last one. Inhale high. Look between your hands. Walk your feet to your hands for a forward fold, Uttanasana. Hands, I suggest, at hip width distance apart. A good way to tell if you're there is take your fists, punch them down towards the mat, and have them firmly in between the ball mounts of your big toes. Grab either elbow, bend those knees if you need to, and sway back and forth. The head to fall long. Release those elbows, bend those knees deeply, and slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time, with the head being the last thing that comes up. Roll the shoulders up, back and down, opening the palms to the front of the mat. Gently lift the kneecaps up. Feel the rootedness from the ball mount of your big toe to the pinky toe, all the way back to your heel. Think about lifting up those inner arches. Draw the navel in and up and gently invite your heart chakra, your chest, your sternum to upward face towards the sun. Melting the shoulders down your back, gently turning up the corners of your mouth towards your ears and reaching high out of your crown. From here, if you do have a strap, feel free to grab it or have it nearby. We're going to do a little dynamic movement first. Inhale the arms out towards the sides. The palms are facing the front of your mat. Inhale the right arm high, left arm behind you, and you're going to try to grab or touch your fingertips together. Inhale, reach the right arm high, left arm low, and then you're just going to switch back and forth, doing a little clock rotation with those shoulders. Only go as far as is comfortable. Take a couple rounds. Continuing to draw the navel in and up, inviting the heart chakra up towards the sun. Take a few more rounds, feeling the lubrication in the joints. Last one, right arm high, left arm low. See if you can grab those fingertips together. Now, if you can't touch them, hold it here, or you can take that strap into the right hand, drop it down behind you, and then the left hand can grab that strap, and then you can pull together, pulling the left hand as close to the right hand, reaching the right elbow up towards the sky. They hug those lower ribs in, feel length out of the crown chakra. Release the strap with your right hand. Left hand comes high, right arm down, and now the opposite side, drop the strap from the left hand down to the right. See if you can grab the strap this time. One side might be a little bit easier. See if you can wiggle those fingers, that bottom hand up as close to the top hand as possible, reaching those elbows in opposite directions, opening up the chest. Finding stillness in our poses today, allowing you to focus on your breath, focus on your intentions. Gently release that strap, shake it out, and move the strap over to the side. Probably won't be using it anymore today. Inhale, arms up, overhead, upward salute. Exhale, forward fold. Place your hands on blocks if you can't reach your mat. Using the different height options that are out there that the box can offer you. If that's still uncomfortable, bend those knees to feel length out of the front body and allow the head to fall down. Press into your blocks or against your shins. Come half up, flat back, feeling length out of the crown of your head towards the tip of your sacrum. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, draw that navel in and up. Exhale, forward fold. Step the right foot back and then the left foot for a nice high plank. Now your hands can stay here on top of your blocks. If you are interested, flow through your Vinyasa, or for variation, drop those knees down. Inhale, find your cow. Exhale, find your cat. Tuck those toes under, push yourself into downward facing dog. Again, those hands can still stay on the blocks. Rotate the biceps up towards the ceiling, triceps down towards the mat. Heels are down, down, down towards your mat. And lifting your sacrum up high. Inhale, come high up on those toes. Look between your hands. Step your feet to your hands for forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, press into your blocks or into your shins for monkey pose, Ardha Uttanasana. Squeeze those shoulder blades together, feeling the openness in the collarbones. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, press into those feet, come up to standing, upward salute. Exhale, bring those hands to heart center. Take a deep breath in and full exhale. Now, if you're interested, you can do all of this in that 4-count breath for each pose. Just continue the movement through. So inhale, upward salute, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, forward fold, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, come half up, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, forward fold, 2, 3, 4. Plant those hands, step on back, 2, 3, 4. Find your Vinyasa in your 4 or your cat-cow. 2, 3, 4, and inhale. 2, 3, 4. Downward dog. 2, 3, 4, and hold. 2, 3, 4. It's something that's hard to do in the beginning, but with practice, you can find that fluid, that rhythm with the heart, with the breath, and with your movement. If it doesn't work for you, don't worry about it. Inhale, come high up on those toes. Look between your hands. Step your feet to your hands for forward fold. Inhale, come half up. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Upward salute. 2, 3, 4. Hands to center. 2, 3, 4. I'm not going to continue doing it because I'm annoying myself. But feel free to continue on your own, counting with the breath and the movement. The poses today are going to be a little bit slower, more static, so you will have the time to be able to do this on your own. I just don't think you want to hear me count for the next 20 minutes. Inhale, check back in with that intention. Check back in with that heart. Does it lift it high up towards the sun? If not, draw those shoulder blades down your back. Feel the heart chakra. Feel that sternum pushing through the shoulders up towards the sun. Inhale, upward salute. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come half up. Exhale, forward fold. Plant your hands, step the right foot back and then the left foot. Flow through your Vinyasa or follow the cat-cow. Tuck those toes when you're ready. Push yourself back into downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg high. Toes and hips are parallel, facing down toward your mat. Really kick out the back of that right heel. Exhale, draw the knee to your nose and step the foot between your hands. Shorten your stance by bringing the left foot in a few inches and slowly walk yourself up. Your back toes are coming in towards the midline. Inhale those arms up overhead for warrior one. Bend deeply into the right knee, making sure those knees are not going over the toes. Lift up the pubic bone, drop the tailbone down. If you want a little gentle arch, lift up the sternum towards the sky. Hands are following with you. Rotate those biceps towards your ears. Draw the right hip bone back, left hip bone forward, and firmly plant those feet into the ground. Deep breath in and exhale. One more deep breath in. Exhale, bring the hands framing the right foot. Step the left foot back into that runner's lunge. Drop the left knee down. Slowly walk yourself back up again for low lunge, Anjaneyasana. Continue to draw the right hip back, left hip bone forward. You can untuck those toes and firmly press the left top of the foot into the mat. Again, if you'd like a little gentle arch up towards the ceiling, up towards the sun, feel free to do so, making sure that right knee is not going over those toes. Melt the shoulders away from your ears. Draw the pubic bone up, protecting your low back. One more deep breath in. Exhale, plant those hands. Step that right foot back into a high plank and then push yourself into downward facing dog or flow through your Vinyasa. Inhale the left leg high, keeping the hip bones and those left toes down towards the mat. Kick out of that left heel, feeling length behind the left knee. Exhale, draw the knee to your nose and step the left foot in between your hands. Shorten your stance by stepping in the right foot a few inches and then slowly walk yourself up. Your right toes are coming in towards the midline just a little bit, making sure the left knee is not going over your left toes. Lift that pubic bone up, drop that tailbone down. Inhale those arms up overhead. Draw the corners of your mouth up towards your ears and breathe. I'm having a little bit issue on balance on this side, so I'm going to open up my front leg, my left leg, out towards the left side just a little bit to create a bigger base for myself. Feel free to do so on your own. Inhale the chest up towards the sky if you're interested. Draw the shoulders down away from your ears. Find the stillness in the pose, but feel the rhythm of that heartbeat, the rhythm of the breath, coming back to that intention that you might have set for yourself in the beginning of class. One more deep breath in. Exhale, frame that foot with your hands. Step the right foot back into a nice high runner's lunge, dropping the right knee down, untucking the toes and slowly walking yourself up for low lunge on the left, Anjanasana. Again, continue to draw the left hip bone back, right hip bone forward. Lift the pubic bone up, drop the sacrum down. Inhale, those arms up overhead, melt the shoulders away from your ears. If balance is an issue, open up your base by stepping the left foot out towards the left just a little bit. Add a little arch if you're interested, opening up the chest towards the sky. Squeeze those inner thighs together, pressing down on the top of the right foot. Gentle tuck of your chin to create space in the back of the neck. One more deep inhale. Exhale, plant those hands, step the foot back into a nice high plank. Flow through your vinyasa or push yourself back into downward facing dog. Inhale, come high up on those toes, lift between your hands, walk your feet to your hands for forward fold. Inhale, come half up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, upward salute. Exhale, hands to heart center. Deep breath in and exhale. Inhale, upward salute. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come half up. Exhale, forward fold. Plant your hands, step your left foot back, and then your right foot, high plank. Flow through your vinyasa or variation of cat-cow. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, pushing into the space between your shoulder blades. Tuck those toes under. Push yourself into downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg high, toes and hips are pointing down towards the mat. Exhale, draw the knee to your nose, step the left foot between your hands, shorten your stance, reach those arms up long this time for warrior one. Whatever worked for you for the first side, maybe works for you again. Opening up your base if balance is an issue. Inhale, open up that chest towards the sky. You can draw your shoulder blades together by coming into a little goalpost, squeezing those elbows down. Lifting up the pubic bone, dropping the tailbone will help protect that low back. Find your stillness. Inhale the arms back overhead. Exhale, plant those hands in between or put your hands down on your mat. Step your right foot back. Drop the right knee down. Untuck those toes. And then come into Anjanasana. Low lunge. I lost my words there. That happens a lot. Inhale those arms up overhead. If that feels good, stay here. Otherwise, you can clasp those hands behind your back, punching those knuckles down towards the earth. Squeezing the shoulder blades together, opening up the chest to the sky. Gentle tuck of your chin to keep the length in the low neck. Not low neck, just length in the neck. Make sure that knee does not go over your toes. Feeling a nice, comfortable openness in the right hip flexors. Opening up the chest, feeling the expansion in that heart chakra. Inhale the hands back overhead. Exhale, plant them down and step into a nice high plank. Flow through your vinyasa, or exhale and bring yourself to downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg high, hip bones and right toes are down toward your mat. Exhale, draw the knee to your nose, step the foot between your hands. Shorten that stance and reach those arms in front of you for a warrior one on the right side. Really press that left heel down into the mat. If your heel doesn't reach, that's okay. You can always take a blanket for something for you to push against and squeezing that heel down towards the mat. Check in, make sure that right knee does not go over those toes. Inhale, open the chest to your sky. If this feels good, stay here. Otherwise, you can open up the chest even further, bringing those elbows down. Squeezing them into your side, drawing the shoulder blades away from your ears. One more deep breath in. Inhale those arms up overhead. Exhale, plant those hands down onto your mat. Step the left foot back, drop that knee, and slowly walk yourself up for Anjaneyasana on the right. Low lunge. Really pull that pubic bone up, drop the tailbone down. Press firmly in the top of that left foot. That can help with your balance. Inhale the chest up to the sky. And if you do it on the other side, I recommend you do it in the side. Clasp those hands, but clasp them in the opposite direction than what you did before. So the side that feels uncomfortable, clasp that way. Punch those knuckles down towards the ground. Gentle tuck of your chin to feel length out of your neck. One more deep breath in. Inhale those arms back up overhead. Exhale, plant those hands down, untuck those toes, and push yourself into downward facing dog or flow through your vinyasa. It's our last downward dog. Make it count. Firmly press into the thumb and the first finger, section cupping those hands into the mat. One more deep breath in. Exhale, allow your knees to fall back down into the mat. Open them as wide as is comfortable and bring those big toes to touch. Slowly sit that tushy back towards those heels for a child's pose. Arms fall long in front of you. Allow your chest to come down in between those knees. If this is not comfortable for you, you can take a block or a pillow or a blanket, place it in front of you, and then lay on that. Allow everything just to relax. Allow your breathing to come back to its normal rhythm. Slowly bring yourself up into the tabletop position. Swing those legs around. We're going to go into fish pose. Matsyana. You're going to reach those legs out long in front of you. flow into those toes by pointing them long, really pressing out to the ball mounts of your feet. Gently engage those quads by lifting the kneecaps. And then we're going to arch back. We're going to ease our elbows back, come down into our elbows. From here, we already want to think about lifting the pubic bone up and feel length out of the low spine by drawing the sacrum down towards your toes. From here, wiggle those arms down towards your feet. Open up the chest to the sky. Allow the top of the head, the crown of the head, to come towards your mat. Think about a plumb line pulling up from the center of your chest up towards the sky. Press into those elbows, into the tops of your hands so the weight is not on top of your head. Really draw that navel in and up. If this is not comfortable for you, stay there if you're good. Otherwise, an option is taking, you could take your blocks. You could do a little T position like this, and you can lay back this way, allowing that block to come onto your shoulder blades, and you can do a variation of fish pose here. Pressing still firmly into the mat, onto the shoulders, into the hands, until you feel comfortable that this is stable for you and that you can lift that chest up. My head is resting on that back block. If you're still in fish pose, take a deep breath in, hold it one more breath, but just to show you again, the block option, medium height, or low height and medium height, shoulder blades and head. Slowly come on out. If you are in fish pose, take a big deep breath in. Exhale, undo that neck. Allow the shoulders to fall out. Feel length out of your spine and open up the feet to the width of your mat and allow your knees to touch. Take your hands, come out into a goalpost position by opening up the palms towards the ceiling. Close your eyes for a moment. Slowly bring those knees to your chest. Hug your knees in. Deep breath in. And exhale. Allow the feet to come down towards the mat. Allow the knees to fall towards the left. Come into a nice fetal position on the left side. You can either stay in your fetal position here, or another option is to take the right hand up and over your head. Another option is to open up into a T position. So the back is on the floor, your arms are out towards the side. Slowly bring those knees back to center and then roll over to the right side for a nice fetal position to the right. Feel free to stay here, or a variation would be a left arm up over the head, reaching the fingers long, or open up a little bit more of a chest or a heart opener, bringing those hands into a T position for a gentle twist. Bring those knees back to center. Reposition yourself. We're going to our final Shavasana. So if you have clothes nearby or a blanket nearby, feel free to grab that and place it on. I'm going to offer a variation to Shavasana, which is just supported fish pose. I have my bolster. If you have pillows, you can do that. Lengthwise, feel free to always go into the regular Shavasana if that's comfortable for you. Taking my blanket, I'm going to cover myself so I'm nice and warm. I'm going to sit my sacrum as close to the pillow as possible, and I'm going to lay on back here, feeling the openness in the chest, allowing my hands just to come out towards the side. Palms are facing up. And allow everything just to relax down into the earth. If you have too much of an arch in your neck and it's uncomfortable, place a slight rolled up towel or blanket underneath your head, not your neck, but your head, to lift the forehead higher than your chin. From here, just allow everything to relax. Breath coming naturally. Feel the expansion, the gratitude, the gentleness, and the opening of that heart chakra. Feel free to stay in Shavasana for as long as is comfortable for you. If you're ready to move on and bring gentle movements back into your body, wiggle those fingers and toes. Roll those ankles and those wrists. Reach those hands up high, up overhead. Reach those toes down long for a nice good morning stretch. Gently bring those heels back towards your pelvis, and if you're on props, just be careful. Gently roll over into a fetal position. If you'd like, you can even stay on top of that prop or gently roll off. Any of these options, just try to use as little effort as possible. With the strength of your top arm, push yourself up halfway. Your bottom arm pushes you up the rest of the way. Find yourself in a nice, comfortable seated position, adding height if that's comfortable. Bring those hands to the heart center, allowing the bridges of your thumbs to gently rest on the sternum, creating space between those palms, and gently tuck the chin down. The heart chakra is a beautiful, beautiful place to visit, to nurture, to listen, and to love. To find that forgiveness, to find gratitude in yourself, in those things and people around you. I encourage you to do this not only around Valentine's Day, but every day that you have the pleasure of waking up, breathing the beautiful air that Mother Nature brings us, and getting out of bed. To share that love and energy with others brings light and love to this world. And we can always use more light and love. With our last deep breath in, exhale. Thank you so much for joining class today. I hope you enjoyed it. I have such joy and pleasure coming and bringing these classes to you every week. The light in me honors the light in you because you all are freaking amazing. And with that, I say namaste.